Charles Nove.
Charles Nove on Scala Radio.
Morning, Karen Baird, who dropped me an email. Hope you're well. Yes, thank you very much. I'm writing from Carluke Primrose Orchestral Flutes. As our name suggests, we're a community flute orchestra based in Carluke in South Lanarkshire. I know Carluke. I've been there. My old friend John lives in Carluke, as a matter of fact. When most people think of a flute, says Karen, they think of a standard concert flute. But we're lucky to play 8 different types of flute. I didn't know there were 8 different types of flute. The highest being the piccolo, then treble, concert, alto, bass, contralto, contrabass and G sub-contrabass. The sub-contrabass is 3.5 octaves below the piccolo. Wow. It's news to me that the flute family had such a wide spread. In normal times, says Karen, we'd be having weekly rehearsals and providing tuition on a Sunday evening, as well as participating in competitions and music festivals and playing concerts in the local community. Obviously, these are all off the table for a while. But after seeing other musicians doing something similar, we were inspired to pull together and perform one of our favourite pieces from our own homes. And the piece we chose was Highland Cathedral, and we launched it on social media on Tuesday evening. And Karen sent a link to this, which I have tweeted on my Twitter feed this morning. Fantastic, beautifully done, working from home, synchronised piece of people playing, well, the widest variety of flutes. So I can give you a quick taste of it. Just a quick burst of Highland Cathedral by the Carluke Primrose Orchestral Flutes. And they're dedicating it to all key workers who are keeping the country moving during this surreal moment in our lives, says Karen. The response has been overwhelming. See, sounding good. From all the players in the orchestra, says Karen, we must also say a big thanks to our conductor and musical director, Emma Kennedy, and her husband, Paul, for putting it all together. Give us a mention on your programme so we can reach and thank more key workers, and your listeners can find out more about us on the web. The Carluke Primrose Orchestral Flutes. As I say, I've tweeted a link to their fine performance of this music. Check it out if you can.
Sam Hughes on Scala Radio.
Sam Hughes.
Hello. Now, who is this email from? Hello to, it's from Glasgow, and it's Karen Baird in Glasgow. Now, I hope, is it Carluke? I hope that I've pronounced that correctly. I'm writing from the Carluke Primrose Orchestral Flutes. And as our name suggests, we're a community flute orchestra based in Carluke in South Lanarkshire in Scotland. There are so many so many people putting performances online. And she goes on to say, in normal times we'd be having weekly rehearsals and providing tuition, as well as participating in competitions and festivals and playing concerts for the local community, but we can't do any of that at the moment. So seeing as lots of other people are doing something similar, we have been inspired to pull together and perform one of our favourite pieces from our own home. So if you Google them, they've even got some bagpipes in there as well. So if you Google them, you can have a look. They've got their performances on YouTube and on Facebook as well, and they've dedicated it to all of the key workers keeping the country moving during this surreal moment in our lives, and the response has been overwhelming. Please could you say thank you to all of the players in the orchestra, and a big thanks to our conductor and musical director Emma Kennedy and her husband Paul for pulling it all together. We'd love it if you give us a wee mention on your programme so that we can reach and thank more key workers. And their website, have a look, carlukeprimrose.org.uk. Doing a wonderful thing, Karen Baird, and the Carluke Primrose Orchestral Flutes as well. And thank you very much for getting in touch.
Well, you're listening to Saturday Breakfast on BBC Radio 3. Another tribute to our wonderful key workers was from the incredible Carluke Primrose Orchestral Flutes with their rendition of the song Highland Cathedral that was on YouTube. So you can take a look at that video as well if you've got a moment. You'll have never seen quite as many flutes, so if that's your thing, then do check it out.
Classics Unwrapped with Jamie McDougall on BBC Radio Scotland.
And you're listening to Classics Unwrapped with me, Jamie McDougall. Fraser Russell emailed us on classicsunwrapped@bbc.co.uk to give a shout out to Carluke Primrose Orchestral Flutes. They are an award-winning amateur community flute orchestra from Carluke in South Lancashire. Now, they play a range of 8 types of flute. I didn't know there were so many, from piccolo down to the sub-contra bass flute in G. There are some wonderful looking instruments in the lineup with more bends than you'd find in a plum centre. They're missing their weekly rehearsals and competitions, so they decided to perform something from home. Highland Cathedral, no less. And they dedicated it to the key workers keeping the country moving. It's a great video for the performance. You can check out the website www.carlukeprimrose.org.uk. If you'd like to find out more about them and hear their performance, I'll tell you, they make a beautiful sound. And I've chosen this for them.